Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one. Welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting fire claws. There's one up ahead. These things are very dangerous. And the reason I'm doing this is because I need to upgrade my gear. And in order to upgrade your weapons, you need machine components. And obviously the more exotic the weapon and the higher level of the upgrade, the more dangerous machines you need to acquire components from. And right now, I need something from fire claws. There are actually two types of bear-like robots. There's the frost claw, which is pretty nasty. And there's the fire claw, which is worse. But I have a plan. You see, you get to take one shot from concealment without giving your position away. And with the equipment setup that I have, I do a lot more damage when I attack from stealth. But if you take a second shot from stealth while the creature you're attacking is still alerted, you will be spotted and you'll lose all of your stealth advantages. So if you just wait until it loses interest and decides that there's nothing there after all, you get to take another shot from stealth with all of the associated damage bonuses. Now, admittedly, this is definitely not the most dynamic or interesting way of getting machine kills, but it is absolutely the safest. Let's go for the blaze sack. Yeah, it didn't like that. It has now, of course, seen me because I took a second shot from stealth while it was looking for me, but I have recently discovered the benefits of smoke bombs. You can't carry an awful lot of them, and the resources required to make them are kind of rare and expensive, but if you've got them, they're amazing. Yeah, check me out, getting my gear upgraded. I know, who are you? What have you done with the real Jingles? Anyway, today it's side quest time. In particular, this one called the Second Verse. The area here around Plainsong, the major Utari settlement, was originally supposed to be automated farmland, and to a degree it kind of still is, because the fields are still being tilled by agricultural machines known as plough-horns. There's one over there. The Utaru have a weird relationship with these things. They call them their land gods, but here's the problem. Amongst everything else that's going wrong, ploughhorn land gods are still ploughing and seeding the fields, but they're ploughing and seeding the fields with the blight, which is kind of bad. However, between them, Zoe and Gaia have come up with a solution.
There is something I'd like to discuss. It's about the land gods. If you have time, that is.
You said you wanted to talk about the land gods?
I think there's a way to heal them so that they'll once again provide Plainsong with grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called it, reboot code. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
That's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it. Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
You mean grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then use them to adapt the reboot code into something the land gods will obey?
If all goes well. But taking down 2 grimhorns won't be easy.
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy. I'll send you the location of the machines.
Yep, the plan is to turn them off and turn them on again.
I'll let you know when I get close to those grimhorns.
Good. If we can get their control cores, maybe we really can heal the land gods.
Hey, nobody said it was going to be a complicated plan. Although we are going to need to get a couple of control cores from a pair of grimhorns first. Grimhorns are kind of nasty. Fortunately, I do have a campfire unlocked right next to the site.
Hey, Zoe. I'm near the Grimhorn site. Can you join me?
I'll be there soon. Aloy, I'm glad we can do this together. The Grimhorns we're looking for should be just to the north.
Let's go get those control cores.
Thank you again for helping me. If this works, if we can heal the land gods, it will end a generation of suffering for my people.
How do you think Fane and the chorus will take it? They seem to think the tribe's extinction is inevitable.
I've had my disagreements with them, but I'd like to see they'll be happy to be wrong on this.
There. The Grimhorns.
And they're not alone.
We'll just have to be smart about this.
I'll follow your lead.
Yeah.
Killer. Made by Hephaestus.
The Grimhorns themselves would be tricky enough. Oh, and they're Apex Grimhorns. Oh, well, of course they are. So an Apex version of Machine is just, well, nastier. But it's not just the Grimhorns. There's all kinds of machines here. As Aloy said, hunter-killers. Quick note on that, by the way, because people have asked, and it's a good question. Why is Hephaestus churning out hunter-killer machines? Why are these machines all hostile to humans? Because they're supposed to be terraforming machines, agricultural machines. They're just supposed to do their job. They're not supposed to be hostile to humanity. The thing is, it's kind of our fault. But it also kind of isn't, and I realise that has explained exactly nothing, so let me go into further detail. What was supposed to happen is that once the machines had finished terraforming the planet and making it suitable for life again, humans would be raised in the cradles by the Eleuthia subroutine, then educated by the Apollo subroutine and take over the management of the machines. But the second part didn't happen because Ted Pharaoh sabotaged Apollo. So instead of educated human stewards coming out of the cradles and taking up their positions in places like the regional control centres, you had a bunch of primitive tribes. And they started hunting the machines for resources. Oh, nice shot. Knocked off one of the Grimhorn's shoulder-mounted weapons. Let's see if I can get the other one before it uses it on me. Well, not quite. And gotcha. Okay, and it's nearly down. So, yeah, humanity started hunting the machines as a ready source of metals and components and all kinds of useful stuff. And all Hephaestus is really doing is trying to protect its investment. Machines were never hostile to humans to begin with. But we started killing the machines and salvaging them. And so Hephaestus built self-defense routines into the machines. And when that didn't stop human predation, Hephaestus just did what it needed to do in order to keep its machines safe from us, their predators. And it made all of the machines just hostile to humans by default. And of course, without Gaia around to exercise master control over Hephaestus, Hephaestus was free to do whatever it thought was best. And we really have nobody to blame but ourselves for it. There's a Bellaback over there hitting its blaze sack. Should cause some serious damage. Let's get it finished off. Gotcha. So yeah, Hephaestus isn't technically doing anything wrong. Oh, hello. Grimhorn cluster launcher. One of the weapons I knocked off the Grimhorn earlier. Can I... Oh no, it's a dead Ravager, I think. Oh, there's a supply chest over here. The Ravager was dead anyway, so I don't get to salvage it. Let's go and see if we can grab one of the control cores from this Grimhorn. Alright, that's one. I'll loot the bellow back as well, of course. I mean, it's not what I'm here for, but... Well, there you go. I'm just proving my own point, aren't I? We don't kill machines because machines are hostile. Machines are hostile because we kill and loot machines. There's the other Grimhorn. See if I can knock off its weapon pod. Yep, nice hit. Didn't do it. I mean, it did a large amount of damage, I suppose, but it didn't. Not enough to take it down. If I can hit its legs, I might be able to knock it down and then get another critical strike off. Or I can just keep moving. And yeah, you need to stay away from that. And keep going for weak spots. Well, there's a blaze sack there, which I didn't hit. I hit the armoured panel. There we go. Oh, I'm going to want to dodge that. One more hit should take it down. Oh, no, didn't hit anything important. I can probably... Oh, it's down, we're good. Zoe finished it. Right, that should be our second... Oh, there's a frost bellow back over there. Let's take that out. Yeah, it's frozen. So it's brittle now, so it's taken increased damage from weapon hits. More sacks under its neck. Yep, got it. Okay.
That was the last machine.
We did
Let's
it!
press on.
You okay?
A bit winded, but I'll be all right.
I'll grab the course.
Be my guest. You've got the control cores? I can take them from here.
2 control cores, as requested.
Thank you. Gaia showed me a way to scan them and take what we need to update the reboot code. I'll head back to base and get started. When I was a child, there was always enough to eat. The land gods provided for us, and every season we celebrated them. My happiest memories come from those times. Do you really think we can bring them back?
We'll make it happen.
Thank you, Aloy.
The thing is, it doesn't really matter what we do here. I mean, this is... We're just pissing against the wind here, really.
So we'll probably need some time to sort through those cores. I should do something else in the meantime.
Because even if we're successful in this particular mission, and we return the land gods' functionality, reboot them and have them actually farming the fields around Plainsong rather than filling them full of blight, unless we manage to get Demeter and then Hephaestus back under control, the planet's biosphere is going to reach the point of no return and suffer total environmental collapse in slightly less than 6 months. Still, I mean, I suppose it doesn't hurt to have a hobby. Anyway, that's as far as you can go in this particular quest immediately. You have to recover additional subroutines, and then the second part of the second verse quest becomes available.
Alga knowing she could just talk to me every second of the day. My ears would pop off.
Aloy, I hear you're going further west past the Tenakth clanlands.
Do you know anything about the area?
Only hearsay. The Utaru tell stories of an island that lies beyond the western coast. They call it the Isle of Spires. It is said the Old Ones built towers there that touch the sky, so they could live far away from the earth that bore them. As if they didn't want to be reminded that they'd one day return to it.
Sounds like something Ted Farrow would do. Any progress with your plan for the land gods? Is the reboot code ready?
It is. But there is difficult work ahead. Gaia warned me that because the land gods are linked together in a network, the code must be delivered to all of them. Most are in Plainsong, but in recent years, 3 of them wandered off. So, T, and Do.
We have to find them?
No, we know where they are, but they're hard to reach. So, wandered into a lake and sank. Do ventured into a dangerous canyon, and T broke down amidst a herd of machines.
Okay. Tell you what. You go to Plainsong, handle all the land gods there. I'll take care of So, T, and Do. I'll need their locations, plus the reboot code.
I'm sending the data to you now. My people made shrines near where each land god faltered. When you see them, you'll know you're close. And once again, thanks for your help.
We're not gonna let your people starve, Zo. I promise.
You see what they're doing here, by the way? The names of the land gods.
Well, I should get going. Hopefully I can bring back what we need to capture Hephaestus. After that, I'm gonna need everyone's help.
We'll be ready.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Yeah, the musical scale. I mean, it's appropriate, given Utaru culture, that they'd name their land gods after musical notes, but yeah. Anyway, 3 lost land gods I need to install reboot codes in.
Huh. Been here before. But now I know what this place means to the Utaru.
And I have been here before on the way to recover Minerva.
The land god must be down there somewhere. Time for a swim.
Fortunately, this time around, I have the rebreather. And I seem to remember this lake. Haven't it? Yeah, there we go, snapballs. Now remember, you cannot fight underwater. So I'm going to need to sneak around them. Now, you might ask, and again, it's a very good question, how come if all machines are hostile to humans, the land gods are not? because they're out there in the fields around Plainsong. And yeah, alright, they're filling fields full of blight, but that's just their programming breaking down. They're not actually hostile to the people living around Plainsong. They're revered by the Utaru as gods. But one of them was hostile.
This should help me get back on track. That should do it.
One of them had wandered into a cauldron, although technically I suppose it was a repair bay, presumably to get its programming corrected or repairs made. And while in that repair bay, Hephaestus reprogrammed it into a grimhorn, and it became hostile. So the land gods are basically just agricultural machines that, for one reason or another, never needed to be repaired or upgraded, except for that one, which we ended up having to kill. And so Hephaestus never got around to altering their programming. Although their programming has broken down, and they're now sowing the fields around Plainsong full of blight, instead of growing food.
Two dead Utaru. And a land god shrine. So I guess they were leaving offerings to the land god. That looks like something fried them. Whatever did it might still be around.
Whatever did it is guaranteed to still be around, and it wouldn't have been the land god T, because ploughorns don't have fire attacks.
There's the land
There's
god.
a Ravager
I'll
up
have to
there.
deal with those machines before I install
Not
the
alone.
reboot code.
I see T, it's underneath the rock. What do we got? Scrounger, Ravager, another Scrounger. None of these things have fire attacks. That doesn't explain who killed the two Utaru who left offerings at the shrine to T. Oh well, one problem at a time. Let's get the Scrounger first. Now the Ravager. Knock off his shoulder cannon. It's not down though. Another good hit should do it. There's another Scrounger over there. Do I have a shot? I do have a shot. Okay, I think that's cleared the area. Although I am a little concerned that, well, two things. First, the kill the machines objective has not been completed. And the 3 machines that I destroyed don't have fire attacks. So whatever killed those 2 Utaru, it's still around somewhere. But I'm not seeing it on the focus. Okay. It could be a Scorcher, it could be a Fire Bellowback. Let's think, what else has fire attacks? Off the top of my head? I'm not sure. Plenty of junk piles around here though. With a lot of blaze. So there's a lot of fuel here for something with a fire attack. I mean, a Scorcher or a Fire Claw. A Fire Claw would be bad. Is that? That's another Scrounger. Okay. Again, Scroungers don't have fire attacks though.
Think that's all the machines? Time to install this code on that land god.
Okay, kill the machines. Objective complete. There's a cannon there from the Ravager that I killed that I can use if I need. Let's just salvage everything I can and then we'll go and install the reboot code on T. No, we're not activating the reboot code. They all have to be activated at the same time. We're just installing it. What was that?
Uh-oh.
What was that? A stormbird. Oh, that's bad news. What the hell is it?
Stormbird.
Yeah, there it is.
Must have been what killed those
Yes.
Utaru.
Yes, that will be what killed the Utaru. Right, let's hit its chest plate. Because there's... Oh wow, that knocked it down. It didn't stun it though. Let's get rid of those armor plates and expose the components underneath. Yeah, these things are really bad news. Alright, that knocked it down, but it's too far away for me to get close enough to pull off a crit. Or a melee crit. Come on. I need to remove that chest plate so I can hit the components underneath. There it is. Right. That bit is vulnerable. Oh, stay still. I need to move. Here it comes. It still seems to be protected by a chest armor plate. Although it doesn't have a huge amount of health left. And with the sharp shot bow I should be able to hit it from here. I can. It's knocked it down again, but I'm out of ammo for the sharp shot bow. Alright, switching to the hunter bow. I don't think I can get close enough for a melee crit. But I can do this. That is not just a very, very cool move, but it's unlocked with talent. It essentially allows you to pull off a crit on a knocked down or stunned machine without having to actually get to within melee range. You can grapple in for a critical strike. And it's got some good stuff on it. Well, that's definitely all the machines killed now. Grab the rest of the loot. A Stormbird storm cannon. That is an extremely valuable upgrade
I should
component,
install this code on that land god.
which I'm definitely going to be using. But first, let's do what we came here to do
Let's try this again. Nice and easy.
and install the reboot code.
Another land god dealt with. Hey, Zoe.
Aloy, how goes it?
I found T and installed the reboot code.
Fitting then that I feel thankful. T's festival came in winter, when all the grain from the harvest was stored away. It was a season of gratitude, and all the children would receive gifts. The best was my first bow, made of yew, strung by my father.
Well, he definitely taught you how to shoot well.
That he did.
There's one more thing. I found 2 of your people. Stormbird got them. But I took it down.
Oh. I'll make sure someone retrieves their seed pouches, so they may return to the land.
How are things on your end?
Getting there. A few land gods to visit still.
Okay. I'll call you when I'm done with the last one.
Thank you, Aloy.
Now, here's the thing. You are not going to be able to deal with the last of the 3 errant land gods until you have recovered the Demeter subroutine, which involves going to the ruins of San Francisco and unlocking another device. Because the final land god is infested and tied down with a bunch of nanotech vines, which can only be removed by dealing with the metal flowers that you might have come across in your travels around the West. And in fact, they were present in the first game too. You couldn't do anything with them. After recovering Demeter, you will gain the ability to deal with metal flowers. So, no spoilers at this point as to what happens when you do get to San Francisco, but once you've done it, you will be able to deal with the 3rd and final land god.
This must be the shrine for the land god Do. Must be past those vines. Let's take a look.
Getting this ability unlocks all kinds of areas that were previously inaccessible.
There, up on that ledge.
Relic ruins, for example, and, well, this.
Gotta climb up to that land god. It looks like this one's been here for a while. I won't be able to install the reboot code with these vines in the way. But where there's vines, there's a metal flower. I just have to find it. There, the flower. If I can deactivate it, the land god will be free from the vines.
Yeah, there's one up
I
there.
have to find a way up there.
But that's not the first one that you need to get to. That one over there is. That's where I need to be, but in order to get there, well, you kind of have to take the long way around. So I can get over here
Going down.
fairly easily. I think there's even a grapple point. You don't necessarily have to use the wing glider or jump. And down here, deactivate this metal flower.
There we go. Should be able to access that cave now. Dreadwing carcass. It must have dropped the flowers and then crashed.
Oh yeah, dread wings.
Looks like I have to climb up the side of the cliff. I didn't get to that metal flower. Now I just need to get rid of these vines.
Those things are really nasty. Giant robot bats. And you can't even hide from them because they have radar. Surface scanning radar.
Time to get this code installed.
Yeah, and you do require Dreadwing components in order to fully upgrade your gear.
This'll help you get better. That's the last land god. Zoe, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Aloy.
Just planted the reboot code on Doe. He was a bit tangled up, but he's better now.
Good to hear. Doe always returned to the sacred cave at the end of winter, so his festival foretold the coming of spring. During those times, I remember clinging to my mother by the hearth, snuggling for warmth, and listening to her sing of new beginnings.
Which is exactly what you're going to give to your people.
I hope so. When you can, meet me at Plainsong and we'll send out the reboot signal. I've delivered the code to all the land gods, save one. Only La is left. I'm here with her, just east of the main village.
Okay, I'll get there as soon as I can.
Yeah, Dreadwings are not only as rare as rocking horse shit, but they are extremely dangerous and challenging to take down. And you're going to need to find them and kill them because you will need their upgrade components at some point. Anyway, that's all the reboot codes installed.
What is she doing?
Now to turn them off and turn them on again.
Zoe's back.
Should we stop
Aloy,
her?
you made it. All of the land gods have been updated. Now to send out the reboot signal. Gaia told me this would happen. To all of them. Doe, T, So, and the rest. She called it a reboot sequence. But I didn't think it would be so beautiful. Soon the land gods will return to tilling the soil as they once did.
Zoe, the chorus wants a word.
Of course they do.
Do you want me to come?
No need. I'll just tell them that our lands will soon bloom again. Who are they to argue? Find me later, and I'll tell you how it went.
Good luck.
The land gods are actually singing. And of course the hippies all start singing along with them. I don't know, I think it's really, really cool. This is just one of those... I don't want to sound all soppy, but it's a magical moment. Honestly, the storytelling in this game is second to none. But the land gods are all back up and running. It's going to take them a while to reverse the damage that they've done to the fields around Plainsong. And in the grand scheme of things, I mean, the planet's still doomed. Unless we can recover Demeter and Hephaestus, but... I mean, it's not hurting, is it? It's helping, even if it's only helping a little. And it's going to make a big difference to the people of Plainsong, at least in the short term. I just want to enjoy this for a bit longer. They're all back up and running, all of them at the same time, and they're all singing their song, with the Utaru joining in with them. I mean, these people venerate the land gods as gods, so yeah. And you can come back later and see the difference that rebooting the land gods has made to Plainsong.
Fields are back in bloom.
And we have you to thank for it. If you hadn't come along, the Utaru would still be starving, under siege by machines.
I'm just glad it worked out.
Hey, how goes
Yes. First
Hey, Lord.
Plainsong,
it? Plainsong is
Next.
always open to you.
the world.
So even though we haven't made a huge difference in the grand scheme of things, it was worth doing. And I don't know if this was my favourite side quest in the game, but it's definitely up there in the top 5. And I hope you enjoyed watching it all happen, because that's all we have for today. We'll be back on the trail of Demeter, the final errant subroutine, in the next video. And that means heading out to San Francisco. In the meantime, hope you all enjoyed this one. And as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.